as for Florida State, the Seminoles will be hosting their football media day bright and early tomorrow morning in the Panhandle. And yes, Action Sports Jacks will be there. Plenty to talk about. But for some reason, I have a feeling Alabama is going to keep coming up. That will happen when both teams are starting the season in the top 3 of most national rankings and meeting in a brand new stadium right in the heart of football country. Much more Noles coverage on the Sunday edition of Primetime, so go ahead and tune in for that one. Meanwhile, it
was media day at Florida State today as the Seminoles prepare for a season with a lot of expectations. FSU is ranked 3rd nationally and will face #1 Alabama in less than a month. They'll be leaning on quarterback DeAndre Francois to take the next step this year. Brian Jackson caught up with the quarterback and head coach Jimbo Fisher to talk about Francois' maturation.
Last year I led a lot by example, but this year I have no choice but to, lead vocally. And there's some guys on the team who take leadership in different ways. Some guys I can affect by leading by example, and some guys I have to affect by leading vocally. So it's just knowing the different guys and how they take leadership.
See when the game time comes, but I think his knowledge of what's going on, I think his progression and processing of information, I think is even greater. I think he gives his teammates such great confidence, and I think he's influencing those guys in a great way now.
Picture day in Tallahassee where the FSU 2017 football edition got together inside Doak Campbell Stadium, said cheese, and took their team photo as they get ready for what could be a remarkable football season. Hi, everybody. Dan Hicken in Tallahassee. Yes, the Noles open with Alabama on September 2nd. They know that, but it's not just Alabama that they're focused on. They're focused on, well, much more. After all, as they told me earlier today, they are Florida State.
Yeah, we was kind of young last year. Everybody first time really playing the whole game or the whole season. But with that experience, it really helped us out a lot, become the team we need to become this year.
Yeah, we got a lot of talent. Coach Fisher did a great job of recruiting. Got a lot of guys around me. We're just excited just to see what our team is about. Every year it's a new team, new identity, and we got a lot of young guys coming in ready to play.
We know just how good this offense can be, but on paper, this may be Jimbo's best edition of defense. He says he can't wait to see how they perform on the field when it matters.
I think we played well down the stretch last year. I think we have a lot of ingredients in the secondary to mix up front and got some depth, and that's the thing that's got me excited.
So it'll be the Noles and Alabama to start the college football season. Could it be the Noles and Alabama to end the college football season? Only time will tell. That's the story, though. Here in Tallahassee, we're getting ready for the Noles. The Jaguars are going to New England, and we'll have it all for you tonight on Action Sports Jax Prime Time. Let's go back to you.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Florida State starts the season ranked #3 in the country, behind only #2 Ohio State and top-ranked Alabama. And it's against the Crimson Tide that the Noles will open their season 4 weeks from yesterday. FSU is loaded, but as Brian Jackson tells us, it's not just building the roster with talent, it's finding the way to bring it all together.
As long as Jimbo Fisher is at Florida State, they're never going to have a problem getting 4- and 5-star kids to come and play in Tallahassee. But as the Noles found out last year, it takes time for that talent to develop. Being young is no longer an excuse, and even though he's only a redshirt sophomore, Derwin James is taking on more of a leadership role.
We got a lot of veteran guys that got in-game experience, like you say. Really, man, we shouldn't have no mistakes. And like I said, everybody should know what they have to do since we already been in the game together. So, like I say, when we play together, we know how I feel to play together. And like I said, we need to just put in the work and do our job.
Florida State is returning 20 starters from last year's team, which went 10-3. And head coach Jimbo Fisher is really expecting this group to be a lot more mature than they were a year ago.
We'll find out again when the games start, but from a preparation standpoint and an urgency standpoint, I think it really has. And I think the guys understand how important every offseason workout is, how important every spring practice was, how important every fall practice was. And I think as you get older, you understand once you go through that cycle that how, getting prepared is so much the part of how well I play.
Last year, we were a very young team, but right now, it's the guys who were young last year are the veterans on the team now. So it's a lot of guys coming back with a lot of experience, and it's a lot at stake for us. And we know what's on the table. We know we have to play Alabama first game, but we're focused on us and finding our own identity.
I also said to Francois, what does a successful season look like for you? His two-word response is what every Seminole fan wants to hear. National championship. Brian Jackson, Channel 4, the local station.
I don't like offense no more.
Noles getting things cranked up today in Tallahassee, from team picture day in the morning at Doak Campbell to meeting with the media to fan day to an actual practice. Camp is up and going for Florida State University. Hello and welcome to Action Sports Jack's Prime Time. Football's here, gang. High school's underway. College camp started. Much more on the Noles coming up in just a few. All right, let's go back to FSU and the Noles. And for FSU, it's like getting a five-star who you know is going to be one of the best in the country. Derwin James, their talented safety, is back for another year, his final before he becomes a first-round NFL draft pick. Last year lost because of injury. So right now, James smiling and happy to be back playing football for the Garnet and Gold.
It's a great feeling, you know. I'm excited, you know. I'm just ready to get out there.
I could tell by the smile on your face. Hey, starting with Alabama is as good as it gets.
Yeah,
you guys got a break. Can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. You know, like I say, you know, open up with a great team, and you know, like I say, we just ready to go, man.
Some buzz about this defense too. I mean, they all say, well, Derwin's back. I mean, I know you have the respect of your teammates, but there's some other pieces that
man, we have a lot of pieces. We deep in every position, man. And like I say, everybody putting in the work, and you know, we pushing each other to the limit. You know, like I say, it's been blood, sweat, and tears out there each and every day, and you know, this defense is gonna be crazy.
So with this said, then the expectations here, well, they're always the same.
Yeah, I always say, this Florida State, man. Yeah, you come to Florida State, it's always gonna be expectation. You know, like I said, it's one of the top programs in the country, so it's always gonna be expectation. But like I say, we got something to prove this year, and I feel like it's gonna be a great year.
I saw some video of you dunking a basketball. We're from Jacksonville. We know Jalen, so I was asking him who's a better basketball player.
One-on-one, I think I'd take him. You know, one-on-one, I'd take him. You know, but Jalen, like I say, that's my brother. You know, that's like my big brother, man. I always looked up to him, and you know, like I say, it ain't nothing for me to call him. You know, like I say, if I'm ever going through something, you know, he always there. You know, that I can lean on. And like I say, we always compete, and you know, he always give me tips and stuff like that. So, like I said, that's my brother. You know.
When they tell you you're the #1 player in the country, do you embrace that kind of?
Oh yeah, I definitely embrace that. You know, like I say, it's an honor, it's a blessing. You know, for them to feel that I'm #1 player, considering I didn't play last year. So like I say, I want to stay #1. I don't want to go down. You know, that it puts a bigger target on my back. You know, and like I say, my teammates here to help me stay where I need to be. And like I say, I feel like it'll be a great year.
Hey, have a great year. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh, expectations sky high in Tallahassee. Those guys are getting ready.
Oh, shout out to 904.
Yeah, there's DJ Matthews shouting out to all the fellas back in Duval County. More Action Sports Jack's Prime Time coming up. We're live. Everybody knows who the Seminoles quarterback DeAndre Francois is by now, right? He put himself on the college football map a season ago with his outstanding play as a redshirt freshman. Expectations always high in Tallahassee. Having experience at quarterback will always help.
Sometimes you put so much pressure on yourself and you think you got to do different. No, what you got to go out and make great decisions, be accurate. But what he has done is learning to put his competitive nature and his attitude on the other teammates and really share that because they respect him so much.
You know, I learned a lot last season. You know, got hit a lot, so, you know, I just got to know when to get the ball out, when to eat it, when to throw it away. You know, just little things that can better my game.